Hello, hello. Hey, Rosie, can you hear me? Been having a little bit of a comedy of errors in terms of the technical issues today. Excellent, good, good, good. Well, it's good to see you and good to see everyone on Facebook who is watching. I am by myself today. Michael is feeling sick, and so he's been the last couple weeks, so he's taken some rest. So tonight we are talking about the challenge, which is our typography challenge for April. We are doing a French menu. So this is a project that we do typically in a in-person workshop, and participants get anywhere between 6 and 7 hours to work on it. It's a lot of copy to work on at one time. They have to work on hierarchy, figuring out space, and then also adding embellishments and images. It's kind of a lot of work. So we decided to bring it to the varsity team and bring it to you all and give you a whole month to work on it. This way it can be a very nice, not only a great exercise, but a nice project for your portfolio. So welcome, and I'm going to go over that now. So if you guys have any questions, let me know, and Rosie, let me know if you have any questions. So if you are in the Facebook group, there is a PDF that I have posted pretty recently. It is this brief called the French menu. And I'm going to pull it up on screen so you can take a better look, and then we'll go over it in just a second. So let me do that right now. And let's see here. All right. So this is the French menu, and hopefully you can see the whole thing. So the French menu is, let me just go over the brief so you guys can follow along. Aubergine, the French word for eggplant, delivers romance in an elegant beaux arts package. The large dining room has high ceilings and arched windows, some with vintage stained glass and a warm fire in the marble-edged fireplace. Tables covered with butcher paper in traditional brasserie fashion are comfortably spaced for privacy, and the banquettes invite discreet cuddling. So obviously this is sort of a high-end restaurant. It is a place that offers privacy. The prices will be typically a little bit higher than normal. So it is somewhat fine dining, or French fine dining. The service is appropriately reserved but not stiff, and the room is lively but contained. The cuisine is classic French with a contemporary sensibility. Aubergine would like a fresh new dinner menu that would reflect a classic yet sophisticated look and feel positioning for their restaurant among the finest in New York City. Oops, those should have been small capped. Overall type and elements should be designed as a visual system and be consistent throughout. So when we say system, we mean system of hierarchy, the headers, the prices, leaders, all that should be the same. Images should be, and flourishes should be about the same size. So again, you're working on a system and not just placing things wherever you feel like it. Okay, so the assignment is going to be 2 parts actually. So the first one, plan your layout through quick sketches, keeping in mind that a 3-column layout is needed to accommodate all the dishes offered. Work in black and white only, and use boxes to block out where images go. Set up your character and paragraph styles. So we're looking for you guys to work within InDesign and really push your chops, not only visually, but also work more efficiently. The way to work really efficiently in InDesign is to harness character and paragraph styles. So be ready to show the basic structure of your menu with type hierarchy in place halfway through the month. So in 2 weeks, we'd like to see your type hierarchy and your grid system. And then part 2, complete your menu by adding flourishes, additional type styles, illustrations, and color. Tighten up any inconsistent spacing and print out a color comp for a final crit to review. So it's up to you if you want to print it out, but we really highly recommend that if you do a print piece, that it is printed out for you to prove. So we are requesting these for your requirements. So your software is to work in InDesign, and I will also supply an IDML template. You'll also get some assets with images, embellishments, and some embellishments and images. So I will send that over to you guys. Any combination of typefaces from the provided folder, actually, when you're here in our in-person, actually, we can probably loan a few or tell you to go to Typekit when you're with Varsity. But for you guys need to, who are doing it at home, will have to use your own. So imagery, again, I'm going to provide you the assets, and then color, one color only. So we're going to give you the color to work with. So this way you just focus really on the type and not about choosing color. Content, we will provide an RTF file for you, and then we would love to see your InDesign file. So post your PDF if you're in the if you're in the Facebook group, and then we would love to see a photo of your printed comp as well. If you are in Varsity, and of course, we always take a look at your InDesign file and help you with building that correctly. So the second page is, let me get to the second page here, some examples. So here are some examples, and I'm just going to zoom in here of French menus, different ways you can lay this out. Again, this is not about design or playing around with the branding of the restaurant. This is purely a type exercise, but there's a lot of different ways you can lay out the information. You can segment the information how you like. Typically, when you work with a restaurant, they have some highlight dishes. They have some areas they would like to sell more. So for example, in this one, the raw boire has very expensive or high margin items. And so that's what you would typically like to highlight for them. Okay, this way it's very scannable. So remember, when you're sitting in a restaurant, you don't have much time to order. I mean, it's not really like reading a book, correct? So you want to design it so it's quickly and easily scannable and skimmable, and people can find not only what they want to order, but also the prices pretty quickly. So the second example looks like this. Again, so the idea with this is not design, but it's just how to segment the information, how to categorize information, how to place them into certain areas, sidebars, if you like to use them to highlight, and then these examples as well. Okay. So again, a lot of copy. It's not necessarily reading copy, but when you're working on a menu, you work with a level of content. So first of all, they should be able to look at all the content pretty quickly and discern what are appetizers, what are salads, what is the main courses, what's pasta, what's desserts, drinks, whatnot. And then allow them to level down or to dig down into the content by figuring, okay, if I want pizza, then which pizza do I want? So they should be able to pick out exactly which item they want. That is done with hierarchy. And then also they put in the description and then figure out the pricing. So however you want to set up the pricing is up to you, but we are going to give you an RTF file so you can see all the content. And I'll show you that here in a second. So let me escape out of this. And then let me know if you guys have any questions. If I can escape out of here. There you go. Okay. So, and then the other one I wanted to show you was this. Yeah, it is fun, Rosie. It will be a lot of fun, actually. So, I have a typesetting issue, which I will correct and get back to you. So this is our handout. This is just to give you an idea of best practices for laying out menus. This is something that we use for our restaurant clients, and it's good to let them know exactly the best way to highlight certain areas. So these are just kind of things to go by. It's up to you if you want to use them. Number one is targeted subject matter. So the prime spot where diners' eyes go first. And typically it's larger subheads, Here, it's just the typeface that's unique to the menu layout. You can also have some images or whatnot to go near it to bring the eye over to it. Typically, the space around it is a little bit larger. Number 2 is highlighted subject matter. This is to make everything else near it look like it's a bargain so that the type is larger but still in the same overall typeface as the targeted subject matter. The third one is the subdivided sections, and that's in this area. They can be used, you can use as a table, and so that's something that we will go over in Varsity, is how to use tables very efficiently. This one right here specifically is still in this hotspot, but is treated a little bit less and not as much as the targeted subject matter. Number 4 is specialized items, and that can be treated a little bit differently if you do want to use boxes or embellishments to call it out. You can do that. Number 5 is the main hierarchy system. So this is where people typically get really stuck and slow down because they spend a lot of time trying to design and not develop the system per se. The issue with laying out menus is the content length. So a lot of times the description is really long. What you want to do is work with the most amount of content first. So you'll lay that one out and then get that to copy fit and then go backwards. Once you have your design system set up, then you can lay out the rest of the area. So this one, just realize that people are going to scan it very, very quickly, that you want to have the prices aligned and easy to find, and that there's not too much space in between the description or the name of the entree and the price in order to find it. Number 6 is differentiating content. Oh, I'm sorry, benefits of boxes. So although boxes are great to call things out, we do not recommend having boxes around everything. Again, it's like Vegas where everything's sort of screaming at you. It's better to have differentiating boxes only when you need something called out and to look a lot differently. Oh yeah, so that was 7. I'm so sorry. So benefits of boxes down here, and then also differentiating content. You can use both with the embellishments. And then number 8, end of the line, typically on a French menu or a one-sided menu, you'll have information to the hours of the restaurant, and nowadays any social media is typical in that area. Okay, so that's the handout. And what I'll do is also show you the embellishments and the imagery. Give me 1 second to get out of here. Okay, here we go. All right, so for images, here we go. Let me see if I can make this a little bit larger. Oops, I guess not. Okay, so I guess I can't make it larger offhand. So images, we have some EPS files, and they are etchings and drawings and things that can be used to complement the copy. Okay, but again, we prefer that the type be set first, that you do all the copy fitting first, and then you use the images and the embellishments to bring, your eyes or the reader's eyes to certain areas. So yeah, there's fish, there's oysters, there's turkey, there's fruit. So there's all of that. And then let me show you the embellishments. Okay, and the embellishments they look like this type of stuff. So beautiful flourishes and decorative elements to help you create some frames around areas. Here are some more flourishes. Okay, so we'll provide these to you as long as you use them for educational purposes. Okay, so those are the type of assets that you'll be receiving, and you can get them if you are part of the Facebook group. Let me just close this really quick. Yeah, I think, Rosie, that the handout file is going to be helpful, and you're right, the embellishment zip file is not working, so I'm going to repost that again. So that is the challenge for the month. It is going to be a lot of work for those of you who are not used to handling a lot of copy. For those of you who do handle a lot of copy, the issue or the challenge will be working with hierarchy. So let me know if you have any questions. I don't see any questions quite yet, but the value of doing a project like this is actually quite a bit. So especially if you have restaurant clients or any client who uses a menu, so spa menu, gym, fitness facilities will usually have a menu of services or products. They have to be really extremely fast to scan. When you do that, then it provides them helps with their operations actually overall, so that they get to turn tables a little bit faster, help people consume content quicker and easier, and then it takes less amount of time with customer service or for anyone at the front desk to help with that. So if you'd like to find these assets, they will be here in the varsity group, or you can find it in the Facebook group. I will either upload them or ask you guys for your email addresses or contact addresses, because I'm having a hard time loading a lot of files into the Facebook group. There's not a problem with varsity. So if you're interested in joining us in varsity, what we do is every month we have a small group. Right now we have a few spots open, actually quite a few spots open. We're waiting for some people to renew. But we have approximately maybe 8 spots open. If you would like to join us, go to type-ed.com/varsity and join us there. And what we do is we do weekly crits. We give you feedback. We have video calls and take a look at your work. We also look at your files and show you how to set that up more efficiently. We will give you help with typeface choice and hierarchy choice. And so hopefully it has been very, very helpful for many people who have joined, and we hope to have you in varsity with us. And it's just a lot of fun. We really like to help you guys out. So if you have any questions, leave any comments, and I will be happy to answer them. And then next week, we'll start looking at sketches. Oh, I just remembered that we don't even have a schedule on here. So I will post that. Of course, varsity will get the schedule, but I forgot to post one in the Facebook group. And so everyone will hopefully follow along. This is a good project. Okay, so that's it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we hope you will take us on the challenge. And thank you, Rosie, for joining me today. And Rosie, I hope you do this one. I think this one is perfect for you, actually. Well, have a good night, guys, and we will see you hopefully in varsity. And if not, I hope you take on the challenge in the Facebook group. Yay, excellent. We'll see you later. Thank you so much. Okay, bye.